For Japan, which in recent years has taken historic steps away from post-war pacifism to rebuild its military capabilities, the issue of nuclear weapons is taboo and considered the last line of defense. Although public support for acquiring nuclear weapons in Japan is limited by the burden of its history, polls show growing willingness to reconsider Japan's three non-nuclear principles: not to produce, possess, or permit the storage of nuclear weapons on its territory. Even some individuals with personal ties to Japan's tragic past are calling for a shift in the nation's stance on nuclear weapons. After Hiroshima and Nagasaki were destroyed by atomic bombs at the end of World War II, Japan vowed never to have the military means to attack another country again. Japan also became a vocal advocate of nuclear disarmament. Last year, Nihon Hidankyo, an organization founded by atomic bomb survivors, won the Nobel Peace Prize. However, there are other reasons why views on nuclear issues are shifting. For decades, Japan has relied on the U.S. nuclear umbrella, Washington's promise to defend its allies with the full strength of its military, including nuclear weapons, through a security agreement known as extended deterrence. The election of Donald Trump on America's First platform and his criticism of U.S. allies and traditional alliances has raised concern about the reliability of America's security commitments. The president's public condemnation of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in the Oval Office in February, the imposition of tariffs on Japan, South Korea, and Australia, and discussion about annexing Canada into the U.S. have deeply unsettled many of America's long-standing allies. Now, lawmakers from Japan's ruling party are considering how to further strengthen the credibility of the nuclear umbrella, according to interviews with senior party members. Among them is Japanese lawmaker Rui Matsugawa, who recently visited Fordham Abbey near London to attend a high-level bilateral conference. There she began to question America's commitment to defend her country. In that historic area now home to a Japanese-owned sake factory, she learned through conversations with British lawmakers, diplomats, and business leaders that a tectonic shift in thinking is underway. Europe, she said, has woken up to the reality that it can no longer rely too heavily on America and must take greater responsibility for its own security. The same, she realized, applies to Japan. Surrounded by nuclear-armed neighbors like China, North Korea, and Russia, Japan may also need to deploy weapons of mass destruction. Since being re-elected, Trump and senior members of his administration have questioned the value of long-term alliances, including NATO. Trump trade wars, which have even targeted U.S. allies, have further eroded trust in America's commitment to its longtime friends. Roichi Oriki, who served as Chief of Staff of Japan's Self-Defense Forces from 2009 until 2012, said the American president's trade fallibility has created doubts about U.S. security commitments.